I'm Oskar.
And I'm Dan.
And today we're in
country 95 of Panama.
In partnership with Hyatt.
We're Oskar and Dan, two boys from Sweden trying to see as much of the world as possible while we're young.
This year, we're trying to visit our 100th country together. And after an incredible trip to country 94 of Bolivia, it was time to head north to another cool country at the border between Central and South America, country 95 of Panama.
We were excited to explore the historic Panama City with friends who are also creators. Some of you might already know who they are. We'll get to them a bit further into the video, so stick around for that.
Hi guys, from Panama Airport, where we have just touched down in our 95th country.
I can't believe it. We're 5 countries from 100. We're so excited to be here. I just arrived in the new airport terminal. It was just open. So now we pick up our bags, then we head into the city and check in. Most people probably know Panama for the world-famous canal, and while we of course wanted to visit that, we also wanted to see what else Panama City had to offer. That's why it was perfect that we got to partner up with Hyatt to stay in the center of Casco Viejo, Panama's old town, and one of their stunning masterpieces properties. Oh my god, you guys. We weren't initially gonna show you our room right now, but I just opened the door to the bathroom, and Oskar will confirm, I literally went, oh my god. So we just have to show you now our first impressions. We got upgraded to a 1-bedroom king bed suite as World of Hyatt globalists. Wow, this is...
Oh my god. Genuinely.
So amazing. And this way, look at this.
What?
I can't.
The added comfort of this upgrade really enriched our stay in Panama. As Hyatt globalists, we also got other benefits like free breakfast, which we'll show you later in the video.
You'll find me at La Compañía. I don't know the address, but it's in Panama City.
Now I wish we had like 2 weeks and not just a few days.
Good morning, guys, from our terrace here in Panama City. We're going down now because we're actually not doing this trip alone. We have some friends with us and we cannot wait for you to meet them.
Time to meet some very special people.
How are you guys?
The
Oh my god, I love it.
group trip is happening.
Amazing, finally.
We have been online friends with Top Flight family for well over a year and had been dying to take a trip together. We'd only met once in real life in New York, but this was the first time we'd spent a longer time together. If you're new to Top Flight family, their names are Carmen, Serge, Sean, and Ella, and they make family travel content on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And we can't wait for you guys to get to know them through this video and the next.
So,
First off, together with our friends, is this beautiful cafe. What is the name of this cafe?
Dodo.
Dodo. This is a mango ceviche.
Yeah,
Be
it looks-
vegan. And how beautiful is this presentation?
So, how's the croissant, girls?
Yummy.
Thank you.
So Nutella.
Carmen, why do you have to rub it in our face that you're so much more well prepared for this than we are?
I'm so not.
Right over there is the Panama Canal. And our hotel is right somewhere there. Our hotel is in the old part of Panama City, so we're just walking around in this neighborhood. There's a lot to see. It's just ice.
Oh, ice and syrup, basically.
Oh my god, that's so cool. What flavor was that? Alright, gracias.
Gracias.
I feel like it's like, you know, in so many
No,
countries.
I know, it is, it is.
Not the
Just
first
that-
time.
Okay.
I know. Really, you gotta get out of comfort.
It took us being here with Sean and Ella to finally dare to try shaved ice. So, I mean, it tastes like I expected. It's not a
flavored
flavored
ice.
journey.
We're just walking along the waterfront here and just looking at the skyline and just like getting the vibe. It kind of feels like we're in a Central American version of Singapore. Between the humidity, the skyline, the architecture, the sort of mix between old colonial versus new skyscrapers. I don't know, there's just a lot of like overlap.
So we're learning for when we start traveling with our own kids, you know, how to do it. I think they'll help us stay very balanced because we won't just be walking around, you know. Now we want to go to an
I'm sure
arcade.
your kids will they'll just want to look at the architecture.
Oh God.
Learn about the history.
I hope not, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll be like, be a kid. Okay, so Woo, go Dan! Let's make that into a looping sound.
Yeah, go Dan,
Louder.
go Dan, go Dan.
New alarm.
We are going to a mall with an arcade in it. So Sean and Ella can do that. I don't know what the grown-ups are gonna do. It feels so weird to be part of the like grown-up group now. Like, you know, like how you used to sit at the like children's table back at family gatherings and stuff.
Yeah.
And now we're like part of the adult gang.
But I love this. It's like a perfect practice for having children or realizing what it's like to travel with children. At least they're happy to be with us and they're not these disgusting grown-ups. Okay, I'm really glad we got to come here actually, because it gives us a totally different view of Panama. The past few years, we've really grown to appreciate mall culture from being in Thailand, Singapore, the UAE. So my favorite drink, as you may know, is bubble tea. And Carmen just breaks the news that she's gone and bought, well, you can tell us what it is.
So it's a brown sugar Dalgona coffee. You know, the foamy coffee that was trendy on TikTok in like 2020.
Okay, first impression.
She did tell me to mix it up a bit. It's good. It's like a very sweet, caramelly coffee. It looks fantastic.
Now Sean and Ella are very happy because we finally got to the arcade.
Ready to do some damage? Yes and yes.
Come on, Dan. Don't let me down. So after a crazy time at the mall and at the arcade, we moved on to a traditional Panamanian restaurant, but it's a Panamanian chain, I think. So I guess it should be like a modern sort of take on Panamanian food. So let's try it out. So we have traditional Panamanian empanadas right here. And what is the dish that you have?
Okay, I'll find the name later. But we are sharing this. It's some form of stew, obviously, with rice.
I'm like blown away by these empanadas. They're like the best empanadas I've had in my life.
He doesn't want to share with Dan.
I don't know.
Bye. Good night. Bye. Good morning, everybody. We have a beautiful free breakfast spread as Hayek globalists. We cannot wait to dig in and then explore our 95th country. Look at this. I love how it's like separated into
So
two.
cool. 2 bottles in one. Okay, let's add a bit of aceite de oliva. Okay, and just a smidge of vinegar.
The flashes of flashes.
Oh, so good.
Before we continue with the day and show you our visit to the fascinating Panama Canal, we just want to take a moment to show a bit more of the amazing Hotel La Compañía. The hotel is distributed between 3 historic buildings, each from a different period in Panama's history, and the restoration of the buildings is just beyond impressive.
So behind me here is a pretty cool example of what this neighborhood looked like a few years ago. There's still a pretty shabby, overgrown building behind us, and the owner of our hotel showed us yesterday that that's exactly what the building we're staying in looked like just 8 years ago.
Here's another example. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much of this has been restored. It's so beautiful now.
Now, let's move on with the day.
Good morning. It's a new day in Panama, and we just met up with Top Life family again, and it's time to have a bit of a, I don't know what to call this meal. I guess it's like a lunch, basically a lunch.
So we're at this fun little food market, I guess. There's a vegan food truck nearby, so the two of us are like, oh, should we go there and just get some food and come back? Because we looked on Google, it looks so good.
Let's go.
Cow's Revenge.
Oh, so the Cow's Revenge is here. We have 3 dishes. It wasn't super cheap, especially for Panama, but it feels nice to support vegan businesses. We have these enormous tacos. Amazing. Come here. Muy bien.
Oh, such a delicious lunch.
Yeah, it was really good, but you might notice that Oskar has some different sunglasses. Dear Oskar leaves his sunglasses wherever he goes.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is.
Until now it has worked out, but Panama, the 95th country, was
It
the
got to
final
me.
one.
I left them probably at the mall yesterday, and it wouldn't have been a problem if it was like a brand that you could find anywhere, but I literally have not been able to find these exact glasses anywhere else. It is
2
what it is.
years was good enough.
Yeah. Now we're heading on to probably the #1 thing that people know from Panama.
The canal.
We made it to the canal.
There's all these floors of terraces, and here we have a huge ship coming right through.
It's coming right through right now. Wow. Running up the stairs. Get a good view. Is there an elevator? Oh yeah, there is an elevator. Or does it only go down? All right.
Look, these little vehicles are pulling the ship, and I assume it's gonna stop right here. Here's the level change. Okay, we're going all the way up to get the best view.
Something tells me we weren't the only people who thought about coming here today. Apparently it takes every ship about an hour or maybe 45 minutes to get through the locks, which just sounds like the most inefficient process. But I guess compared to the alternative of sailing all across South America, you know, it doesn't sound too bad.
So apparently the cost for one ship like this to pass through the Panama Canal is about $500,000 each time it wants to go through.
How cool is it to think that so much of everything we eat, buy, consume in general makes its way around the world by a ship, and so much of that passes through the Panama Canal. And now we're here, like we're watching such a crucial part of like the interconnected globalized market and economy and supply chain. It's just so cool to see this, like a lot cooler than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to feel like it was such a major sight, but wow, I'm honestly amazed. Just gotta show you the biggest irony ever. So Ella gave us both one of these bracelets yesterday that she made herself.
They're proudly wearing our gifts. So Carmen and Serge have left us for a minute. Now it's Oskar and Dan here with Sean and Ella. Quick. Say everything you can't say around your parents.
Yeah.
They make us take pictures in the freezing cold.
You're
Say
really
everything
good.
to my parents.
There's no filter. Woo!
Wow.
Back to the car.
It's a girl date.
We're going to the mall, getting our nails painted.
Yes. Are we all getting bubble tea?
Yes. Gonna get a giant one. Get on this big.
Oh my god.
Can I buy the store?
Can I work here?
So as the last thing in Panama, we're going out with the family to a traditional Panamanian like performance, I think, with dinner. All right, cheers! All right, so from this point on, it's time to say goodbye to Carmen. She's flying back to New York.
I'm heading back to New York, but the adventures continue without me.
Of course, check out Top Flight Family if you haven't already. You'll follow.
Turn on notifications, ring the bell.
As you can tell from this video, they are lovely. And it's been such a pleasure
And very
to travel
overly
with them.
promotional. We love these guys and we love their channel, and exactly what you see on the channel is like what they are in real life.
Unfortunately. Your first trip without mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not mommy's first trip without us.
No. Everyone is sad that Carmen's doing. Even I'm like, mommy.
Three dads.
Oh, the cute Sonyobi family. Oh. All right, we made it to the airport and it's time to leave Panama and meet up with Serge and the girls.
Yeah, honestly, even though we haven't been super active here, it's been very nice to have a more chill 95th country. And I think that's ultimately what a lot of people do in Panama. Muy bien. Panama.
And the adventures, las aventuras, continúan en El Salvador, nuestro país número 96.
What?
Until then,
See you
around the world.
Next time on Oskar and Dan.
Oh my god! The whole square just like concreted around.
Yeah, they really did.